Anarena.
Kama, takachini na lodi another jomo. The Malay, which presenter bomba. The presenter the Naibe Bodage. So that should Mishiba the Trim.
Okay.
Naibe Bochin, so much presenter and the Lomching, and you back.
Chief guest for the evening, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Limpo D. N. Dungel, President of the Bhutan Football Federation, Tasha Ugunsa Chuptoji, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Good evening and a very warm welcome to this special evening. It is a great honor to stand before you tonight as we celebrate a remarkable milestone, 25 years of the Bhutan Football Federation's membership in FIFA. The Football Federation has seen it fit that the former Kepo, cheering squad G, and the present Kepo compare this event. So we thank you very much for that honor. As we gather here by the tranquil waters of the river on this beautiful Thimphu evening, we are surrounded by legends, the pioneers, and the passionate hearts who have built Bhutanese football. Tonight is more than just a celebration. It is a tribute. We are here to recognize the vision, the hard work, and the unwavering dedication of the clubs, institutions, and the individuals who have turned a dream into a reality. For a quarter of a century, you have shaped a sport, inspired a nation, and created a legacy that will echo for generations. Allow me at this point to introduce myself. I am Kingaten Zendoji, also known as Soup, and my co-host for the evening is
Zambojere Jelea. Levi Chusutende Zamboti, Pizum Tobarangi Chevi, Cho Sisuno Zumbe. Teri, Kanyo Zakazamegi, Nimdinalu, Tingacher Dukan Sobegi, the Milo Ketchinga Kurugi, Dinalu, Juname Kurintogi Utsubegi, Kurinlangi Yoda, the Dinalukanse, the Joey Bigimi Magaru, Jomaleso Shinabi, the Naragi Mindizum Chibawachin, Uguntorabe, the Regilarim Dinalama, O Supta, the Garekatulve, Jomelpini Shinavila.
Last, we begin the evening with a cake cutting ceremony, and we request the chief guest and the president to please do the honors.
Las Karishi Sujunvilla, the Kurin Suma Ju de Karijana. Dida Chigalo, the Nachara Nazutonigi, Lerindi, Nachara, the Desangi, the Lamluchi in the Bishura, Nachara Gakabdi, the Nasu Chubigi Gakabchi Maladinigibe, the Nalamangacharagi, Gakabdinalu, Tindi Kachirati Bishura, good Tindida. The Jomalesovi Gutsuba Letinigibe, Nelma Darigi Jomalesogi, Lerendia, Kakiluan given Alma Finis Shunvilla, Caricatole Lexochilla.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Laz. Obviously, this is an evening on which we need to reflect on the incredible journey of the Bhutan Football Federation. And it's time to take a moment and a look back at the past 25 years. This journey has been filled with challenges, triumphs, and countless moments of passion and joy. We've seen the sport grow from a nascent dream to a national passion. So we have a special video presentation that beautifully captures the key moments, the faces, and the milestones that have defined this quarter century. Please turn your attention to the screens in front as we take a nostalgic trip down memory lane.
Not just Europe or the US, but also throughout the world. Yeah.
Best of luck.
Best of luck to you too.
Yeah.
All right.
The corner is on its way. Coming to striker Wangai Dorji. He's heading the ball and it's 1-0! Unbelievable! It's a goal! The goalkeeper of Montserrat misses the ball completely. What a start from the team of Bhutan. There he comes.
Even though we are not participating in the main World Cup finals, we are participating in an event that I think has some significance.
So many pictures of Messi, watching Messi was like magic.
Cheering the referee for any decision that goes for the home crowd. Another good long pass for Checho.
Great individual effort. Goal! Goal! It might still be early to say anything, but Bhutan is on the road to Russia.
congratulations to you and Bhutan Football Federation on the remarkable achievement of 25 years of FIFA membership. This Silver Jubilee reflects not only the growth of football in Bhutan, but also your unwavering dedication and commitment to its development. Your leadership has played a key role in shaping the journey of Bhutanese football, and this milestone is something the entire nation can be proud of. Wishing you continued success as you take Bhutan football to even greater heights. Tashi Delek, and congratulations once again.
Lasla, the doing a Lotongi, that a Jirinchi Nalama Karagichun with Zidiki Bevodolo, the Chinalama Quale Fumigi Jomales, Lugi de Angachera, Saka Fumsuvigi, the Lujusum Chujume, Saka Fum Sono Sushinvilla, the Gacha Moso watching, Nacheri Yakabdi, Mioya Mesesumgi, Kuda Timale Tundigibe, Tujimel Letundigibe, Gachera Missesu Kamanagi Chutu, Timana in Yimso de Gibe, Kagatutu Deni Alu. 디오엘라베 나체 두칸트 소베기 데슨스기 카톨레 게치기 네스노루 민탄 테마기 모도와 더동아자나 록투노루 제도즘베 나체 컨셉 치기라 디나루 골치르투데레 베시루 나체 드미스 게라 치킨다 치실기돌레 나체라 게캅나루 데 게르다 요르 투미기 가초 떼미딜루 데다 날르파야 민듬 떼미기 데날르방아자라기 사카 푼좀 촌노 수시누밀라 다디레치글루 초테디기베
Lars, what an emotional video. It's difficult not to get emotional when you watch videos that compile some of the lasting memories that we've had over the last 25 years. As many of you who are involved in the sport will know, there is something magical about this sport. And when you have, at one point I remember there were 25,000 of us gathered in Chamtang Stadium watching this beautiful match between Sri Lanka and Bhutan. It's probably one of the most unforgettable memories ever in my life. And what was beautiful about moments such as those is that they create shared memories and therefore foster national unity. And I think that's one of the driving forces behind this magical sport called football, especially in a small country like Bhutan. Las. So now, it is my distinct honor to introduce a figure who has been a driving force behind the Bhutan Football Federation's journey. His leadership, vision, and unwavering commitment have been instrumental in shaping the landscape of football in a country. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in giving a warm welcome to the President of the Bhutan Football Federation, Tasha Ugunsa Chipdochi, for his introductory remarks. Tasha.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you so much, Soup Rabge. Thank you, Soup, for this wonderful introduction. I always feel that when someone gives me all the credit, I feel that the credit has to go to the team. And I've had this wonderful, wonderful team that has been supporting me ever since I became the president. Jattu had prepared a long speech for me, which I asked my daughter to edit, and then I think she went to ChatGPT and prepared another speech for me. I've went through both those speeches and they're really wonderfully written, and after I've read that speech, you all probably would have thought that What a wonderful expression of words to express my love for football. But I thought that a prepared speech won't do justice. So I decided that at this point, having been the president for 16 years, having been a member of FIFA for 25 years, having been a member of AFC for 42 years, I felt that I would just like to express the journey that I've witnessed and experienced as a young footballer and then later on as the president of Bhutan Football Federation. I remember when we were very small, how we loved football and basketball, because these were the two sports that our beloved king, Dugeshiba, used to play. And we as the public used to go to Chalmitha and watch him play football as the goalkeeper, as a young boy, and of course basketball. So that was when I first developed the love for football. After that, when I came back from college, I remember going to the BOC office and Dr. Sonam, RK, DK, all of them were there. Their love for football, their passion for football, translating to the youth that were playing football at that point of time. You know, of course, at that point of time, the team was a mixture of nationals and non-nationals. And they used to go around playing all over the country as well as in India. There, again, was a matter of pride when our mixed national team used to win games. After that, I remember Lumpo Khando, who took over as the first president of Bhutan Football Federation, and instrumental in us becoming a part of FIFA. Under his leadership, he started dialogue with the FIFA and ensured that Bhutan stepped into the membership of FIFA. Following which, of course, the memorable Montserrat game. I remember the Montserrat game because we as footballers love football, but at the same time, we Bhutanese are very compassionate. So we realized if Montserrat came to Bhutan, they would have had no fan following, no supporters. So what we decided was, we decided to split the stadium in two, and one half of the stadium, all the Bhutanese would wear green, paint their face green, and support Montserrat. And at that point of time, the Montserrat cheering squad was led by our Prime Minister. Lenchithiri Topge was the cheering leader of the Montserrat team, and I was made the cheering leader of the Bhutan team. We tried to get green jerseys, but wherever we looked, we couldn't find any green jerseys for our fans to wear. So what we did was, one day before the game, we got dye, bought white t-shirts, and we dyed all the t-shirts green. Next day, of course, some of the people who were wearing the green t-shirts, you know, I think when they went home, they were green actually. But we had a wonderful time. We brought football to the public. We enjoyed ourselves. And since becoming a member of FIFA, the journey has been incredible. I think Prince always tells us, as does the representatives from AFC, that Bhutan Football Federation is an example, not only in South Asia, but in Asia as a federation, because we are committed to development and we are committed to using the resources that are provided by FIFA and AFC in the place where it's supposed to be spent and where football is to be developed. So we're very proud of that fact that we have a wonderful reputation in FIFA as well as AFC, and this has been in, thank you. And I think this has been because of the lessons we learned from our elders. You know, under the leadership of Lumpo Khando also, you know, they ensured that the administration that we had in place looked at the path that we wanted to follow. and we looked at service and development in football rather than how we can forward ourselves and get a name for ourselves. So I think this is an example that our elders and our leaders have given us. Thank you so much. FIFA contribution to Bhutan Football Federation, infrastructure, technical support, coaching support, refereeing support. I cannot even mention the magnitude of support that FIFA has given us to allow us to be where we are today. Along with FIFA, of course, I have to mention AFC, because AFC also has been a partner. Even though we became member of AFC in 1983, at that point of time, AFC wasn't very strong. So they weren't able to provide us the support that we needed. But as of now, they provide us huge, huge support. Besides FIFA, which I will keep mentioning over and over again, and I hope, Prince, you take this message to our President, President Gyani, and express our heartfelt gratitude to FIFA. It will be lacking of me if I did not mention the support of BOC under the dynamic leadership of His Royal Highness Tashu Jigalugen Wangchuk. He has allowed us to function. You know, in a lot of countries where there's a relationship between two sports administrations, a lot of times there's this throttling by the bigger administrator. And because of that, it's not possible for the smaller one to progress. Here in Bhutan, we as Bhutan Football Federation, under the leadership of BOC, have been allowed to function independently and in the way we see fit, and for which we are ever grateful. Thank you so much. I must, once again, of course, most important, thank all the players, the past players. I remember all the players sitting here. You know, I was not a part of the national team, but when we had club competitions, I remember playing against all of them. You know, sometimes injuring myself trying to kick them, but they had stronger legs and tougher legs, so instead of injuring them, I got injured myself. I remember when I played against Dinesh in Paro, I went out, he was the forward, I was the defense. I said, I'm going to kick him really hard. I kicked him, I injured myself, and I had to leave the ground. You know, so these are memories that I carry of being a footballer. So I would like to thank the past players. I would like to thank also the present players. They've put in so much effort. The amount of improvement that they've brought, they've made all Bhutanese very, very proud. Every time they go out to represent us, they not only represent us as players, but as citizens of Bhutan. They are well behaved, they respect their elders, and every time I get feedback from the organizers of different countries, they always tell me what well brought up children they are. So much of respect for elders, so well behaved. So that in itself shows that our young boys and young girls have had good upbringing. And I'd like to thank you all for representing us so well. I'd also like to thank our referees, our coaches, and our staff for putting in so much effort all the time. Auchu, our General Secretary Ugen, he's been the General Secretary longer than I have. And the last time when we were in Malaysia, I think we were discussing, is Auchu the longest serving General Secretary in the world? We found out maybe he's the second, because we heard that there's an African who served a little longer than Ugen. But Auchu, you know, I'll just give you an example. As FIFA started supporting us more and more, we had a little budget to increase the salaries of the staff. And I told Ugen, I said, Auchu, compared to all the general secretaries in South Asia, you're paid really, really low. I would like to increase your salary. And he said, no, I don't want an increase of salary. So it goes to show the type of person our general secretary is. So a lot of the credit that I get of being a wonderful president, of having done this, of having done that, of having built infrastructure within time frame, within budget, the full gratitude from my side and appreciation goes to you, Auchu. Thank you so much. Today we celebrate 25 years of membership of FIFA, and what I would like to express here is that we, Bhutan Football Federation, have a vision. We have a vision not only to use football as a means to play competition and do well in the region and outside the region. Of course, that is one of our key objectives. But more than that, we want football to translate into the lives of our youth. We want to tell our youth in Bhutan that football is not only about playing football, but it's about other opportunities that it can provide. And we would like to spend a lot of the future in trying to create awareness of this opportunity, trying to create football as a medium so that our children can find a livelihood in the sport of football, and also through football to our youth introduce the discipline and the ability to become upright citizens. Thank you so much.
Losola, do can't so by those in low, then a chara, Kalopsi, Tevonamendolo, in the Makila Karichis, Shunabila.
Las, thank you so much, Latasho, for those very inspiring words. Undoubtedly, FIFA has contributed to the development of football in Bhutan. Undoubtedly, the AFC has. Undoubtedly, our own BOC has. Undoubtedly, the players, the officials, everybody who's been involved in the federation, including our General Secretary, have contributed to the development of football in Bhutan. But Tasho has been very humble to leave himself out. I cannot imagine any other person being the president, being as able a president of the Bhutan Football Federation as Tasho Gunsachupdojila. Just think about it. Tasho has absolutely nothing to gain from this. Absolutely nothing. He is a self-made man, well-to-do, very prominent in our society. There is very little to gain. So what he brings to the Bhutan Football Federation is a work of passion, pure passion, commitment. And for that, Tasho, so much appreciation, also for your kind words. Lasla. So let us continue with the evening then. We come to the segment where we begin the awards and the tokens of appreciation. We begin with the Long Service Award, the BFF, for BFF staff who have served 10 plus years. The Bhutan Football Federation is proud to present the General Secretary's Special Recognition Award to its long-serving internal staff members who have demonstrated exceptional dedication, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to the development of football in Bhutan. These individuals have devoted over 10 years of continuous service, playing a vital role in the growth and success of the Federation across various departments.
Tibindigi Tari, Gilarim Dinalmong over Kutsun, Imalatindigive, Tarigilam Damba Dinalongachara, Shapto Uningi Tamadi, to Kantasovegi, Legipsulu Longochustam, like the Gizuke Digibe, Chalanamisurung, Izin Bedigunani, Tiboltandigibe, Tigitan Rodotung Chinalama, Chumifika Chanala. Senteki tamanani dulu te dukan sobegi duchin ya junu ku kerjana shunu bela. Suru tamam dinalo kilo doji golden lekung go tip. Bumchu chimi pem mitop gopen. Dechin choki luchos ni chongpa. Badur Bomjin Sago Zichongpa. Gary Katole Lexuchina Kadijangobella. Ugin Doji Dokjung Gotip. Pim Dechin ADM officer. Karacha Assistant Nadira Beshurura Karagi Testu Kadijagunimela. Pradit Kadwal, Doju Datonzel Gotip. Pinto Wandi, Ledel Godzin. Yondalu, Pinto Jatu Wandi Selevela. Sunam, so Desengi Gotip. Football Viber, Dindur Gopen. Raso ngachar shoten damba gi sorigi lerendi techijudu isishini tida chega chotidigibe.
Last, we now move to the BFF President's special recognition for BFF clubs for 5 plus years of continuous service. The BFF President is honored to present the Special Recognition Award to football clubs that have shown unwavering dedication to the growth and development of football, both regionally, nationally, and internationally. This award is presented to clubs that have actively contributed to the football ecosystem through consistent participation, player development, community engagement, and promotion of the sport beyond their local boundaries. This recognition also highlights clubs that have faithfully served for more than 5 years, embodying professionalism, sportsmanship, and a commitment to the long-term vision of Bhutanese football. Their continuous efforts have significantly shaped the landscape of football in Bhutan, inspiring the next generation of players and fans.
Tekadu digi lotung di jugela. so damam dinalo Transport United FC Milo Kechinga. Ata bodo kansi mi chu kam geretse dini digina mashitare labgi thes dumega lushu mi zuma somela kyare khato labgi thes chila Ugin Academic FC Longo Chuji Timbu City FC Longo Chuji Tensung FC Longo Chuchi Poro FC Longo Ge Ugin Academic Women's FC Longonga Las karichi shuni bin la tere chigolo sura tomi da ngezun be mi ga lu tash tele shuni bin tere chigolo da chi nga chi loktung dinalo nga chi gi loktung chicham chi nga chi nal ma chomel pisuno shuni bin la nal ma thothe digi be toru nga chara gi da chi gi phi ma chumi gi loktung su nal ma chomel phin digi karichi la
lost a much needed recognition for these much deserving clubs. Congratulations. We now move to the third category of awards. This is the BFF President's Special Recognition for BFF Internal Departments. The Bhutan Football Federation is proud to present the President's Special Recognition Award to its internal departments in appreciation of their unwavering dedication, professionalism, and collaborative efforts in advancing football development across the nation. These departments have each played a pivotal role in fulfilling the Federation's mission with excellence and dignity in their respective areas of responsibility. Together, these departments have demonstrated exceptional teamwork, mutual respect, and shared vision, which has significantly contributed to the holistic growth and international recognition of Bhutanese football. Their dedication and unity exemplify the true spirit of the Federation. First, a video.
Digi Ngurengi Zentanani Dolo, Taru, Kuolmozo, Tukan Sovagi, Zozin, Tashukin Secheviat, Taftuta Rutachi Nashinville. Sorgi let him Damadinolo, Nima, Nizile Kunale. Ugindoji Zinjong Lekung. Kiledoji Dendul Lekung. Pradnit Katwal, the Judah Sondre Lekung. Ugindoji Tupin Lekung. Sonam Sonam, Sorik Lekung. Tencho Doji, Sorik Lekung. Zimbiri, Amsui Kanse Lekung. ngachigi seregilerim koting sumbadi dechi judo isishunimila da dechi banalo da ngachigi seredi nalma thu thidigi vera tetebe naandigi jobe vodalo temale tesdumitsu teta yanshin cha atsire nado bina emashe tedimale tesdunchi dunchi te kie maguzumbe telente male tesdumigale tesongambe chi otosunse debe jomela Deva görüşü dedi bendigi nalma taji tu bofifto tu vejani dolu nalma tutucu gilerimci nalma çömü pige şunu billa gari leksçila
Semba chanze ima डूगे में से शीत के बिगल सा तो सुनोगे गाया रिंगियों सामिंदो रिंगियों सामिंदो Dam sergi me ko ha sam yo ye bata ma di ningiri mo na mya juwa ma ma di ningiri mo na mya juwa ma
Lots a lot then. We resume the awards ceremony by moving on to the BFF President's special recognition of appreciation for international representation. The Bhutan Football Federation is proud to confer the President's Special Recognition Award of Appreciation to individuals who have rendered dedicated and professional service by representing the Bhutan Football Federation at the highest levels of football governance. We're talking about organizations such as the SAF, AFC, and FIFA.
The ring a charanalo, Lotu to Navu, Zibe Bodalo, Teacher Atiri Bodalo, Navuma, Jusigi, Juticule, Duba, Chama Chachivitanola. The Assisi dog Garluno, Chugueno, no standing with a cata de Chachvilla, Casojina, can't Mitsuki Catule. Karma group chutini go to get na digi extra level. Yeah, detail menos about penalty level. Penalty team gaming of the Judini Mima, goalkeeper since the cake of the Nachatum Tamisu and the go Esela. Divinity Carleton de Cocapitos should be Divinity, the Nalamang Chigi, Tatogi, Yurintu, the Zentidi, Pinigidulu, the Nachera Mijilumbo, Conwan Chucho, Jundi Kanjana Shunavila. So damam dinalo chokinima people luncho truly dedengi kaya kato leksu china kari jana shunavila chokinima korozum chibe wachin people luncho truly dedenba lo ijegi isi shunavila Sonam Jimmy, Lo Ije Desengi, AFC Zinjongpa. Tatachi Kon Lojuduzumi, the Atara Football League Kamgi, Nandera Bishura, the Tesichi Lagi, Tunkari Jana Asela. Mindru Doji, AFC Tejan, Golden Ba Woma. Jimmy Gelsen, South Gelchi, Delam Gotip.
Lasla. Moving quickly on then to the BFF Iconic Player, the Extraordinary Contribution Award. Now, any of you who've been involved with the game know that one of the most oft repeated slogans ever in Bhutanese football has been, any guesses la? I was thinking more along the lines of Kare Outla. So this award honors a historic figure in Bhutanese football whose remarkable journey as the first ever international representative of Bhutan marks the beginning of our nation's story in global football, leaving an enduring legacy for the sport's future.
Digi Suranani Dunlo, South General Secretary, Toptical Jun Kanjana Shunavila, Pushpatam Cartel. Tamatomidusum Chivachin, Karabasnet, Dubigi, Gechikansi, Kikutsab Gotamba, the Koimes Shunavila. plus karishi sishun bila te tatonga china lama sero suna bodol chechenga china leva kya khabi kutsap sishu bodol to na bolunga chi na lama ngare khatule sehi chukuchi na lama jujago sishun bila te mapa na vogi tujna dyo te ta ngotsap sishu gose te ta ngotsap sero kutsap sero ngachare kya khabgi minchi bakti gibe psi kya khablu minchi tin tsubegi nyushuchi da the luchorup bachin the kutsap da ewakane mindo sishun bila karishi.
Last, looks like Mr. Kare himself was unavailable. But yes, the very fact that even many years after his retirement, we still often shouted Kare Bastant bears legacy to the enduring, indelible mark that he left on the sport for many, many years. So well deserved. Moving on then to the BFF token of appreciation. This award is given in recognition of tireless dedication and unwavering support to the Bhutan Football Federation. The commitment of these organizations or individuals is a cornerstone of the BFF's success, and we look forward to achieving more milestones together.
तो कुछ चीज हो दे मेरी जो मिल फिनिश शुरू मिला Asla de zendo gisere tomegi lededa whatsapp chule hindam kile tashtile yes jinde chigalo nalle fata te nabugi te jabchu namale tendigibe ngachere gekhabdinurlu lem chuku chigile lagdigibe gochu mochudere beshurura nabugi jabchu le tendigibe lem chunga chere gelchignes nalu kechumidi nabugi kuda jumel tendigibe tare dukan sobolu jabchu nanu zumbe nalle phaya taru dukan soba gelchigi nalle gelchi te konfujogi tendeda te mimang te ngachara gelchi katele fin to tsubegi lensunarba nabugi japchu nano ire yushinubila karechi didachigalo nalamata name semi judo bashindarina midige thamthasapcho lamachab na nina garma lama tuin na michkare kaimichu babena ototo mibzaila te gar tugi zobaje karjana te lafsuchile ropem tazi labi Televin fresh be tip top zo is no isa ti jora matubla ti bendigi nye tumra stoni delu kyalo nalama che tutogi re chinalma phige shilbi kyari kato next chila
为啥差也没把落。
Lasla, thank you. We are now moving on to some of the most significant and final awards of the evening. Resuming the award ceremony, we have the BFF Hall of Fame Lifelong Dedication in Refereeing Award. The Bhutan Football Federation proudly inducts Mr. Ratan Rai into the Hall of Fame in recognition of his lifelong Right. Do excuse me for a while. I'm getting side instructions. I will join you presently. Right. To continue where I left off, the BFF proudly inducts Mr. Ratan Rai into the Hall of Fame in recognition of his lifelong dedication, pioneering contributions, and continued service to Bhutanese football. Mr. Ratan Rai has made an indelible mark on the development of football in Bhutan. His journey began as a national player, where he represented the country with pride and commitment. After retiring as a player, he transitioned into officiating, becoming one of the country's most respected and accomplished elite referees. Through his integrity, professionalism, and deep understanding of the game, he contributed significantly to raising the standards of refereeing in the country. Even after retiring from the field as a match official, Mr. Ratan Rai continues to serve Bhutan football tirelessly in various capacities, providing mentorship to young referees, contributing to the development of technical teams, and upholding the values and spirit of the game. His legacy is defined by his multifaceted contributions as a player, as a referee, and as a dedicated football official, and his unwavering loyalty to the Bhutan Football Federation over several decades. This Hall of Fame honor not only celebrates Mr. Ratan Rai's past accomplishments, but also acknowledges his enduring role in shaping the future of football in Bhutan.
일로 대담 짬이 골래 차주미기 녀랑로 대전도 다만 나는들로 치를름보다 대 주간 소비 조진 이처라 접두걸로 준 거잖아 쓰시는 분이라 디레치걸로 Ratan Rai Chopin the Lufthansa show Korea Tatigulu Jundi Karjana Shinvilla Toto Lotunulu Jebe Odolu Missy Cheka Chile Hagdigive Missy Cheka Chile Hagdigive Halamji Gara Kora Kanto Vodina Judunu Shinvilla Tilu Gare Katule Yarangi Lexo Chila Demo Dambara Usupte the Nalama Tom translated the Rosero Jimmy Missouri de Jin Shadow de Tanduimo. Did the football the Tangacher Drigan was cancelled over the Milo catching at the Chasno. Chuka Chascore.
Kashlonga Kadachi Asilo.
You can't over the Jisuk Bedigive Milo catching at the Chasno, Levy. The Chuka de Chassi.
Locate.
Locatia. I'm still the Kaji Locachina.
Antashwate. Locatinum did not.
Movime go to Cheninum Simakeda.
Lasla. So to continue with the award ceremony, we now move on to another very significant award. This is the BFF Hall of Fame, Lifelong Contribution to Bhutanese Football Award. This goes to a gentleman that we've already seen this evening, and we've seen over many, many years. He's been spoken very highly of here earlier this evening as well. This prestigious Hall of Fame award is presented to recognize the distinguished career and unparalleled service of Mr. Ogiwanchu. International stage, and as a dedicated football administrator helping shape the future of the sport across the country. And now a tributary video.
Lasla Karichi, the Chinga Chara Land, the Gotsubi Namdunalora, the Gachara Milo Kitchinga Kovigi, Lokundi Nalmachumi Pibo, the Lu, no such time with the Villa, the Gachara Dashui Kotole, the Sushinal, the Vesunde, the Kora Tozin de Mazibi Yamalu, Tozin Gachara Mijulumbo Sela, the no such time with Villa. The Gachara Lapsulu Pazangi Bu, Kizangi Shupse, the Didena de Mesela, the Mijilumbo Chori to the Kivi one Luta to give the Lashudi, Gachar Dashugi Chalu, Fusionale, the usually the Didatin to be the Lum Keva Bijovala, Lum Kevalu, Lotudi, Loma de Kegovela, Loma de the Ringachara, Dukansovigi, Yonsha Dunshinzumchi. Dina logi Zujadi give the Gachara Pizum should be la. Dibindigi, the Serach Nani de Lu, the Tambara Mijulumbo, Kanochu Chorana, Chun Karijana Sela. The Didachigolo, the Gachara Nyarangi, sent the Lenigi de Lu, the to contact Sobegi, your chop Jushin, Uguanchu, your tactical Jinkarijana, Sijinivila. Let's Karichi, Didachigalu, young chum Jushi, at least Yukarijana, Didachigalu, Marekatole. Sudochi Mijulumbolo Suni Gokopchi Chukuching a Chekatule, Machikolo, Samuchini Gokos Tovach Nalo Gokos Figela.
Lasso Namazami Karichi, the Shuni Gokopji, the Tarina, Nacha Kara Zom, the Ani Zomi translated. I guess I'll be among the senior most among the gathering here. And I would like to take this opportunity to say that how important sports is to build the human resource of nations, to build future productive citizens. And that is why our monarchs have always given very high priority to development of sports, despite our infrastructure and resource constraints. I have looked at sports, as you study also in school, beside the academic, the activities that you have on the field, I think that contributes even greater part in making productive citizens. Later in life, when I was working with the Royal Civil Service Commission, and one of my main jobs was to assess people, assess leadership in the country. And often I'm told that so-and-so officer is not able to work in a team. He seems to be not fitting in a team. And I always check whether that person, that official, has he or she taken part in sports as a young student. And inevitably, it's a no. So sports brings about, in character building, the team spirit. It instills in you team spirit. The other thing I realized in assessing people was that some people were recognized and they were given fast promotions. But then they became very arrogant, they became very uncooperative, not able to work with their team members. And again I check whether they have played sports or taken part in sports. And it's inevitably no. Because sports, the other thing that it does to you is, as a young person playing football, cricket, basketball, any game, one of the things you learn is how to how to cope up or live with victories. In life, you have a lot of victories. And if you have tasted victories as a young student, as a young boy or girl, then in life, when you have the victories, you will know how to deal with them. The victory will not go into your head and make you arrogant and therefore not a very successful officer. Then in life, the other thing we face constantly is defeats. As a child, if you have played sports, you know you win sometimes, you lose sometimes. And you learn to live with defeats. Now, those who have not learned to live with defeats as a young person, when they grow up and become officers, etc., and one big problem they almost collapse because they have not learned to live with defeats. So sports, it's a very good way of building the character of future citizens. The integrity, sports calls for hard work, sacrifices. You just don't become a good player. You have to practice and practice. And as a result, I think sports, every nation in the world gives importance to sports. And that is why we are also doing. And today, I'm coming into a public event of this nature after a long time. That's after my retirement. And I am very impressed and very touched how sports in Bhutan have grown. The way this evening has been organized, it has touched me deeply. The enthusiasm, the cooperation, the best each and every one of you are giving into making this event meaningful and successful. That has touched me. And I see, and as this, all of you gathered here, you are playing a very big role in building up the future citizens of our country. You are in your own way taking a very active role in nation building. Nation building, the core part of nation building is building its human resources, especially for a country like ours. And if this spirit that I see in all of you, which I have, and here we have very elderly, not so old, and the young, all gathered together. And the spirit I'm seeing, the dedication, the only interest you have is promote sports, and in this particular case, football. And that is a very good sign, and it's something that all of us put together are doing our own service to His Majesty the King. Because His Majesty is also fully dependent on our human resources. He repeatedly says. And towards that, all of you are playing a great role. So I take this opportunity to thank, firstly here, Tashi Ogit Sichu. I think for sports in Bhutan, one of the best things that happened is that His Royal Highness has been made the representative of Majesty in the Bhutan Olympic Committee. And all of us know, since he's taking over this post, how much we have progressed in sports, both in developing the infrastructure and in the actual games. Now, secondly, I think one of the best things that happened was in 2007, I joined politics. And as a result, I had to retire from football, and thus the golden opportunity and the right opportunity for someone like Tashi Ogisichu to lead and take over this organization. And of course, I was very proud to make the presentation Lifetime Award to Ugewachu. When I was the president here, he was working with my wife in the Royal Audit, one of the most qualified auditors, chartered accountant from England. And I and Ugewachu discussed of him joining. And my wife said, how can you do this? You know, such a qualified person, we have invested so much. Football, what will he do? We need him in audit. But I saw a greater role in football. And to that extent, one of the best things that my contribution has been Ugewachu, and I'm so happy I didn't make a mistake in that thing. But I want to also thank all, and of course Tashi Ogisichu, who has, as speakers before me have said, how he has ably led with no self-interest except national interest and except promotion of the game and to build up the wholesome character of future citizens. So thank you, Tashi Ugin, and let me also thank FIFA, AFC, SAF for all the support you have given, without which we would not have been as successful as we are today. And today, let me tell you, my own view is the Bhutanese, given an opportunity, we are very good at sports. We excel. During the 1960s and 70s, when we had very few schools in Bhutan, we were all educated in India, Kalimpong, Darjeeling. And leading players in that region were from Bhutan. We had Tashukarma Dorji, who was one of the best goalkeepers. He was studying in SUMI in Kalimpong, but he was one of the best goalkeepers in the region. Even Mohammedan Sportings tried to take him. And we had many in North Point, a very good school which gives again a lot of emphasis on sports. In the football team, School A or the primary level, the middle level, out of 11 players, 7, 8 will be Bhutanese. So we have the talent, and with your support, this talent has been built up. And I am today very impressed. I follow, the last part of BBS is always on sports. I follow our women, our boys, our girls taking part in different regions. And sometimes they just have to go from one small field here and play a regional or international game. And yet their performance is impressive. You know, and this working together with all of you, I think we have to do it. And I won't be surprised. In few years ago, we had a situation where in the SAF games, our national team was very close to also, we lost in the end, but very close to defeating India. You know, and that was impressive, let me say. And I'll just share some memories. To FIFA, when we applied for membership to FIFA, one condition they put was, please play a regional game first. So there was a Coca-Cola tournament in Nepal. And for the first, as Tashi Ogisichu mentioned, till that time, our national team, which used to play in the region and even go to Nepal, etc., and it was a good team. But out of 11, only 4 were Bhutanese. That is Sangye, who was a defense. Rongthong Sangye, you know, he was in Sherapse and then he passed away Then we had someone called Nado from the army, who was also defense. Then we had someone called Baje, very good defense. And then a goalkeeper called Yale from Ha. And he died young, and he was succeeded by a goalkeeper called Kachen Dorji. Of course, he is no more, but out of 11, 7 players were non-nationals, and the best players actually. So when we first sent this team to play in the regional tournament in Kathmandu, we had to make it a Bhutanese team. So I went with the team, and the stadium was constructed by the Chinese government assistance, and there were clocks on 4 sides of the field. And that day, I never saw the clock hand move as slow as that day, because every minute there was a chance of us getting a goal. You know, when we came in with our yellow Brazilian uniform, the Nepalese crowd was intimidated. They said, these Bhutanese are going to fix us up. But after 10 minutes, they realized that this Bhutanese team is not the team that used to come before. And so for me, the clock was ticking very slowly, and we lost. Let me tell you, we got 7 goals. And when I came back, the cabinet said, what a disgrace. So I said, what disgrace? You have lost nothing politically, socially, economically. If you are scared to lose, you will never win. I said, now we've lost. You know, of course, FIFA's next condition was international participation. So we had to turn the team to Kuwait. And that is where we got the famous 19-0. 20-0. Okay. Let's take the 19. Anyway, we got that. And again, I was under a lot of pressure. But I said, look, nothing wrong. And then, of course, FIFA was very kind to admit us. And then, you know, that experience was not so good, but the experience that followed, our cooperation, collaboration with FIFA, you know, has been so fruitful. And today we are there because of your support. So again, FIFA, AFC, SAF, we thank you very much. You know, and I would like to again say that seeing this evening, the enthusiasm, the dedication, and the way, Tashugan, you and your team have, the gathering that you have got here, you have recognized the past, you know, which I think we have to recognize, and we the past also appreciate the present, and we look forward to the future. And I think together with this kind of spirit, sports in Bhutan will grow from strength to strength. And if sports grow from strength to strength, the youth, our youth, will be more and more productive citizens with integrity, with dedication, with hard work, with teamwork, with ability to live with victories as well as losses. And if we have citizens with that character, we have a very bright future. So, as a last request is that all of you, Tashidile, and thank you very much on behalf of all the people, the youth of Bhutan, for what all of you have done with sincerity and dedication. And we also wish you continued success in the years ahead, because your success will be the nation's success. You succeed, we have a great nation, and towards that, and Tashugin, I must also congratulate your daughter, who has also gone beyond Bhutan to the regional level also in providing, and Tashdile, and wish you also continued success in promoting sports in the region. So I'm sorry for taking so much of your time, but let me again say I'm, as an elderly person, deeply touched with all of you and what you are doing. Thank you very much, Tashidile, and I wish and pray I will not be here every day, but I will always be wishing and praying for your success. Because as I said, your success is national success. You are contributing to nation building, and that is why His Majesty also has recognized so many of our sports people. And of course, special mention Tincho, who is, brought us so much pride and fame. For a small nation of 700,000 people to produce a Tincho is not easy. With so much limited infrastructure, we've done well. And we shall continue to do better and better in the years ahead. Thank you and Tashidinga.
Lasla Mijile Mulu Hindamakila Karishi Sunimila Ngara Chunguchi Veduviki Namdunalera Teta Mijilimbo Gone Marulash Jedigive Te Charles Desa Nachari Tevijila Tetari Kunjuneka Bamchu Hudigive Miju Lumbogi Teta Shavichablute Ngara Seshibeni Kokoptomindia Garsunum Degi Zorofigimazove Semi no such Taila Karichi Sunimila Tiachigalo Tanalamata Nacharagi Leremdina to the Jujolo Navaluchuguvella Navogi Tuji Jedonta Rabki Semi Dinalu Lerem Dinalu Boshin Lerem Seshirebe the Guru Chumchum Rebe Shep Karakina Chumchum Retin to me Dese Melanga footballer Ila the Gadamos watching row scout Nazuchi watching once a scout, almost a scout to the walla once a footballer, almost a footballer say the Gadamos watching the Garama Chanjilu. Te diga ngachara chanji lu zum chiwa chin lobjama ngara pechda stimalila te ngachi chanji lu ma hostel gudam bara football gyan se ma lo jisuk besangara jeila bo tencho te tencho khora pha dinu to tencho khora pha lobra chiga be ngachi chiga ta bodalo te namchi se bodalo ko ati ngau ko ta be bonimela te ngau ko ta bodalo ko ya ni gital sports captain tin be ko coach de ko keila te game ngachani C division se mi cheviga doila Manga Juve Minichana Golsu Ministroila Chip Jessa Terente Shumagina Heviga, the same finalila, the Achina Lujo, ya apa, the Revent, the same finally, the my starting 11 Ziga Gola, and Shomaresela Apa Tana Keja, Tangita Leta, Dejina, Minute Guchu Doranga, Tumatula. Because even though this is Golsum to me, did Narachiki to the member, Hemagi game Dinolula. Jamchi Mapale, Tagamoso, Gold Chuchin, Gamal Tunula, the Hukakong out to the one, Tani name Mapale, Azumosup, the Analytic hat trick cheating again today, depending a hat trick footballer is humidity, Little. Let's say that the Chico Levin in the truth infinity, Osutacha, Jinkanala. Shendams also Makio, such Mapale, make it to give him Osuki, made the gift of Maki and none of the Mapale, maybe Zotavella. Plus the Nachara Dukan Sober, the Nachara Gelchiki National, Mingtam the cater to Tevetin Bevodalo, the Nachara Charging go bomber to cheese, the Gacha Mozochin, the Osu Korosum Chimela, Tachi Gutam Koraju, the Butan the Silanka game, the Cherinandulu, Capudi Osubidunula, Kodachiga, Tundavea, Mimangi Bule, the Nachara Kokop Chilindi. Chachupini go to middle, no semi Katsu bomber juice. Goldima come she to the mum, ya doctor Jams were lumining a chila. The number simito bomber juice, the Chivolo the reason to be watching, Kinkudi, Naragi, Lendigibu, the Nalapata, Naragi, Katule, Chichu Ganchi Tole, the second Gibera, the Charjunigi, Kelinchi, the Lenny Shunimila, the Vendigita also Cherakatule, the Shuni Coke of Chukuching at the Catul figure.
Thank you, Rabge, for that very pleasant surprise and those very kind words. So it's like Rabge said, for me, yes, football is a big thing. I was never much of a footballer, to be entirely honest, more a basketball sort of person, which is where I first saw Uchula, and he was a legendary figure. But it was quite by chance that somewhere along the way, I grew to love the sport and began to actually get into it. I started playing it at a very late age, actually. But along the way, what I did realize was that it is probably the predominant sport that captures the imagination, the fancy, and the passion of most Bhutanese. That remains entirely true, which is why I was able to see also that it created national cohesion, shared memory, and that was the principal motivation for me to be the capo. So, anbendi that ngacha bunchedism jodi beru kyum nanarate kecha midiani sechunvela, and that's why I have so much appreciation for each and every individual who is here in this August hall here today. And of course, I've had that the login di tanam bemis bawla and kecha midi lahadula. So microphone chi mi bewache dinam slahatam. So anbendigi, I've handed over the responsibility to a very capable person, and he's been doing a fantastic job so far. Sechunvela.
Let's get it you. The Kawa lab the lashes soon the Logesi semichuring and Bimidulu, Tiwa, same coaching. Let's get it chilla. The Dechigo learned in Alamanga Chiquita, Maluchi Vanalo, the Nachara to Kansobagi, the Tunche, the Uge, Choraya, Taptu Junigive, the Sunshina, the Kanjana Sela.
Hello. First of all, before I start the closing remarks, I would like to thank everyone here for the goodness showered over me. I'm so happy that you all are here to witness this 25th Silver Jubilee now? I don't know, 25 years of FIFA thing, we joining FIFA. It has been a long journey, and I'm happy a lot of you have been with me along the journey. Now coming to my closing remarks. Your Excellencies, AFC representative and also FIFA representative, my dear friends, and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the close of this meaningful celebration, allow me on behalf of the Bhutan Football Federation to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who have made this day special. Actually, I would give a special thank you to the Bangladesh Ambassador, His Excellency, for coming here. I'm so happy that at least we have one delegate from outside Bhutan who has generously come here. So I'm very thankful to you, sir. Today has been more than just a ceremony. It has been a reflection of a journey built on dedication, partnership, and enduring love for the game. From humble beginnings to where we are now, the last 25 years have shown what can be achieved when vision, perseverance, collaboration, we all come together. We extend our deepest thanks to FIFA, whose support has been instrumental in shaping football in Bhutan. Your belief in us and your continued investment in our development has helped turn dreams into reality. We also would like to thank the government of Bhutan, the Asian AFC, our sponsors and partners, and all those who have contributed silently and consistently behind the scenes. Your support has been invaluable. I'd also like to thank the Bhutan Olympic Committee and, of course, His Royal Highness for continued support to Bhutan Football Federation. To our players and coaches, referees, administrators, and fans, this milestone belongs to you all. It is your passion that drives us forward. Let this 25-year celebration not be an endpoint, but a strong reminder of our responsibility to continue growing football in every corner of the country with integrity, conclusivity, and determination. As we close today's program, let us walk away inspired by the past and move forward with the spirit of unity and love for the game that binds us together, both as a Bhutanese and as members of the global football family. Thank you once again for your presence, your support, and your commitment to Bhutanese football. I would not like to end this speech without thanking our monarchs. I think when you look at it, the third monarch, His Majesty the third king, had brought football to Bhutan as he brought the modern education to Bhutan. And therefore, that's where I think the football started. Our fourth monarch actually popularized football with, of course, playing football. And I think that's a great way of, bringing football and developing football in our country. Therefore, I think we also need to thank our fourth king. And of course, our fifth king has been very, very supportive and has been the backbone of our popularity and, of course, our growing of football within the country. He has done a lot, I think, not just as someone who is supporting from behind, but has also continually helped us to, or encourage us to promote football in Bhutan. For that, we'd like to thank our monarchs. And therefore, now, coming to the end of my speech, I would like to, once again, thank all of you all for being here. I'm so happy to see one and all of you all. Some players who have played with me, some who have played before me, and some who are now playing. So I hope that you all continue to support football and that we'll grow from strength to strength. Thank you so much.
Lasla. So we move to that part of the evening which some people might regard as the main event, and that's drinks and dinner. But as this memorable evening draws to a close, I want to extend a final heartfelt thank you. Thank you to every player who has stepped on the pitch, every coach who has shared their wisdom, every volunteer who has given their time, and every fan who has cheered from the stands. Your passion is the very soul of Bhutanese football. Tonight, we've not only celebrated our shared history, but also reaffirmed our commitment to the future. Let's carry the spirit of this evening forward, continuing to build on the incredible foundation that has been laid. Now, all across the world, there is a reason why they call this the beautiful game. I think if you look at that famous picture or that famous video of His Majesty the King playing football barefoot with students, kids in a remote school, I think there's even more reason to call it an even more beautiful game. Thank you once again for being a part of this historic occasion, and may the beautiful game continue to thrive in our beautiful, beloved kingdom. Thank you, La.
Not just Europe or the US, but also throughout the world.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Best of luck to you too.
Yeah. All right.
The corner is on its way. Coming to striker Wangai Dorji. He's heading the ball and it's 1-0! Unbelievable! It's a goal! The goalkeeper of Montserrat misses the ball completely. What a start from the team of Bhutan.
even though we are not participating in the main World Cup finals, we are participating in an event that I think has some significance.
So many pictures of Messi, watching Messi was like magic.
Cheering the referee for any decision that goes for the home crowd. Another good long pass for Chencho.
Great individual effort. Goal! Goal! It might still be early to say anything, but Bhutan is on the road to Russia.
Congratulations to you and Bhutan Football Federation on the remarkable achievement of 25 years of FIFA membership. This Silver Jubilee reflects not only the growth of football in Bhutan, but also your unwavering dedication and commitment to its development. Your leadership has played a key role in shaping the journey of Bhutanese football, and this milestone is something the entire nation can be proud of. Wishing you continued success as you take Bhutan football to even greater heights. Tashi Delek and congratulations once again.